They used your predictable human reaction to 7 years of psychological torture as proof of your inherent instability. It was a masterstroke of cruelty. They set your house on fire and then condemned you for screaming. This final assault precipitated your collapse. Utterly, the man you were was incinerated in the blaze of her departure. The financial ruin was swift, a direct consequence of an emotional devastation so profound it left you incapable of rational thought. The gambling addiction was not a flaw in your character. It was a desperate, primal scream for control in a universe where you had just learned you had none. It was the frantic attempt to win something, anything, in a game where you had just lost everything, including your own identity. You hit the absolute bottom, a hollowed-out ruin, haunted by the ghost of a life that was never real, and stripped of the resources to build a new one. You were, by every conceivable metric, defeated. It is here, the absolute bottom, in the suffocating silence, that a different kind of truth begins to germinate. When there is nothing left to lose, this truth does not require validation from anyone else. It is forged, not discovered. You see, the ultimate philosophical lesson of your ordeal was never about her. To fixate on her pathology, her narcissism, her inherent emptiness, is to remain trapped in her narrative, forever playing the role of. The lesson was not she is evil. The lesson is far more profound. The lesson is this: reality is not a fixed state. It is a negotiated contract. For 7 years, you allowed a fundamentally untrustworthy party to dictate the terms of your existence. Her power was never inherent. It was granted. Granted by your hope. Granted by your loyalty. Granted by your refusal to believe that a person could be so profoundly hollow. It is in the creation of a future so bright, so utterly and completely yours, that her memory becomes nothing more than a faint, pathetic shadow. Your task is not an exorcism. It is a factory reset, performed one deliberate, disciplined action at a time. Every dollar she watched you waste, you will earn back with a focus she could never comprehend. Every moment of sanity she stole, you will reclaim through a radical commitment to your own peace. This is the great work. It is about outgrowing. It is about building a castle so vast and strong that the dungeon she left you in becomes nothing more than a forgotten cellar. This is the alchemy of survival. You do not turn lead into gold. You turn your own ashes into a phoenix. Lesson over.